So, what are the questions that we are expecting this season? Well, I've been asked this question, since how long I can remember myself. But the problem is that before they had fixed number of questions. So there was one question A, two questions B, and so you knew for sure that if they tested, let's say 3E in previous session, then you are not going to be tested on 3E. Instead, you are going to be tested on league tables or not tested on not-for-profit organizations at all. But right now, they have a pool of questions. So some of you will get a question 1, 5, and 7. And this will be questions on, let's say, budgeting, league tables, and let's say just in time. Some of you will have questions 2, 5, and 8. So it will be, let's say, environmental management accounting, league tables, and let's say transfer pricing. So this means that we cannot predict what is going to happen, and they can test the same topic over and over again, and you never know what you're going to get. However, there are some topics that are tested more often, and these are performance report evaluation. So this means that you will need to comment on the format of the performance dashboards. So whether the metrics are needed there or not, whether the report is balanced or not. This is tested in, let's say, 90% of exam papers. So you have to be absolutely fluent on that, because these are the 15 marks that you can get prepared. Not-for-profit organizations, namely 3E and league tables, are tested very often. And with 3E, there is a certain approach that will make sure that you score all of the marks that are there. So please make sure that you follow the steps that your tutor tells you to follow. There will be questions on transfer pricing. That is so important in advanced performance management because we need to know how to manage divisions. There will be questions on cost centers, profit centers, investment centers. So this is a must knowledge. Quality costs are tested very often, so you need to know how to distinguish between prevention cost, appraisal cost, internal failure, and external failure, and how to discuss them from the perspective of management. You need to be able to talk about risk. So minimax regret rule, maximax, maximin, expected values, and drawbacks of expected values analysis. That one should be studied very carefully. And there are some questions that you can get prepared for. So let's say mental loss matrix has a certain structure that you have to keep. 3E has a certain structure. Quality cost requires a certain approach. Your maximin, minimax, regret rule, maximax, expected values, again, there is a certain workflow that needs to be followed. Report evaluation, again. So please make sure that you are absolutely prepared for these questions because they have the highest chance of being tested. And if you need help, schedule a class with me and we will do that together. So bye-bye.